My name is Akram Umarov. I'm a Deputy Director at the Institute for Advanced International Studies in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Many thanks for this great honor to ask you a question. And I was truly impressed with, as many other colleagues, with large-scale reconstruction which is happening in liberated territories. Last year I was honored to visit Agdam, yesterday Zangilan, and it was impressive changes which is happening in such a short time frame. My question is regarding the relationship between Azerbaijan and Central Asia, which has very deep roots. Before it was mainly based on this people-to-people context, and I should mention here maybe shortly that famous Azerbaijani geographer, academician Hasan Aliyev was a good friend of my grandfather, Uzbek geographer, and visited our house several times in Samarkand. But now these people-to-people connections are going beyond and enhancing in a very deep political, economic cooperation. And it was a great achievement, I think, that you visited the meeting of Central Asian, consultative meeting of Central Asian leaders back in September this year. And in this regard, where do you see the further practical priorities of Azerbaijan? And also it's important to think about some existing challenges on enhancement, on further enhancement of relations between Azerbaijan and Central Asia. Thank you.
Thank you. You mentioned a very important factor of our many centuries cooperation and friendship, which is people-to-people contact. Actually, this people-to-people contact and the traditions and the memories actually was a foundation for today's development. In the early years of independence of our countries, each of us had different challenges. Each was preoccupied with its own domestic situation. In some countries, it was very, very serious, like in Azerbaijan, in Tajikistan, civil war, etc. But every country has its own challenges, so we were mainly preoccupied with that, building of statehood, building of economy, and building sovereign states. It was not easy to build a state from scratch, especially in the situation when you are limited in financial resources and you have to take care about, situation with political stability. So it was natural that at that time, even between the Central Asian countries, there was not such a strong integration as it is today. It's a situation of the last years when Central Asian countries became more integrated. And I spoke at the SPECA summit, which we hosted here with the participation of the leaders of Central Asian countries, saying that one of the important factors for all of us is political stability, especially now when we see like a wave, this wave of instability is growing all around, and around our region and around the world, different parts of the world. Invitation to participate at the summit of Central Asian countries, which took place in Dushanbe, to me, as the only guest of honor, was a sign of great respect and also reflection of our friendship. With all the leaders of Central Asian countries, I have very good and friendly relations, and relations between the peoples, as I said, is a foundation. At the same time, many projects now which are actually leading us to a closer integration. And organizing the SPECA summit here with a program which was initiated by United Nations for Economies of Central Asia in 25 years ago, and then Azerbaijan joined it. I also said that Central Asia and Azerbaijan is actually one historical and geographical area, and now with this political interaction and concrete projects, we can create a synergy, and we are doing that. When we talk about the political interaction, we will see that is a, automatic, I would say so, mutual political support in all the international institutions, including United Nations and others. When we talk about issues related to economy, we see the growth of mutual trade. Energy and transportation routes connect us. Under current geopolitical reality, the routes through Azerbaijan for many Central Asian countries is considered to be one of the priority. And as I said, what we have done here on the transportation track already allows us to receive all the cargoes which they may ship. And also in opposite direction, also, you know better than there is a big interest from European institutions and visits from European leaders and also leaders of European institutions to Central Asia with respect to more interaction, and we always support that. And from Europe to Central Asia, again, it goes through Azerbaijan. So as I always say, we have one barrier in front of us, the Caspian Sea, but with modern technology and fleet which we have and we built, that will not be a barrier. So I look with great optimism. We have many investment projects. I just don't want to take much of the time of the audience to name all, but really these investment projects, they are counted in billions of US dollars of mutual investments, not to mention energy and transportation. So once again, it's a new reality and very positive results.